Alright, so I'm going to go over the contents of my Get Home bag and just briefly explain why I carry the things I carry. Mainly, a lot of them are tailored to my climate and where I'm at. So maybe give you some ideas on your bags. This isn't a bag to copy and make it identical, because this is tailored to me. Your bag might be completely different, but I'm just going to show you everything that I carry, maybe give you some ideas. So first off, the bag itself is a Kelty Red Wing 50, so it's a 50-liter pack. This is a pretty light pack, completely empty. It weighs about 2.5 to 3 pounds. So you try to keep the pack weight, frame, and everything lower so you can put a little bit more stuff into it. Now, extreme backpacking and stuff like that, people go off of weight. So the best pack is about 1/6 your body weight, completely loaded up. So I'm about 145 pounds. So this pack should weigh roughly at 1/5 my body weight, 29 pounds. Unfortunately, I kind of blow that by a little bit. It's 33.5 pounds right now, and I always try to pull down weight, but some things you just can't sacrifice. So, getting into the bag itself. Immediately starting up top, just gonna try to make this quick, is a headlamp. Of course, you're gonna want light. It's small, compact. This is the Streamlight ProTac 1AA, so this actually takes 3 different fuel cells in it. This takes CR123s, AA's, and AAA's. So pretty much whatever you have on hand, you can throw it in this flashlight and it'll run. Awesome light, I really like it a lot. Also up front where I can quickly access is just a beanie, a fleece, which is really nice for specifically like cold weather like it is today. Cold front came in. Also, I carry a pair of gloves. These are the Pig gloves. I love these things. They're really great, lightweight. Moving on to the main compartment. So it's set up right on top. This is going to be a little goofy. Maybe some people haven't seen this before, but I like this a lot. So it's a little bulky, but this is the Hill People Gear Recon Kit bag. So this is actually a small chest rig, which I'm not going to put it on right now, but I will in a little bit to show you. So mainly the issues of what you have is when you're carrying a backpack like this and you're a concealed carry individual, the waistband belt comes around from the front and most people carry on their midline. Most. Some carry under the shoulders, but still the backpack straps come over your shoulder, so you can't access a firearm like a pistol if you need to. Hill People Gear address this, which I really like. You don't have to use it this way, but this is where my firearm is placed, because when I'm running my pack, this sits on me right here. And if you can see, my gun is right there ready to go. So this eliminates the whole concealed carry problem of carrying on your waistband. If it's sitting on my front like this, I can reach into my bag and pull out my firearm and use it if necessary. And it tucks away right back inside and zip it back up. Now you don't have to use it for this. It has a lot of different compartments. Actually it's 2, and I added a whole nother section onto it. So up front, this is a smaller portion of the bag where the concealed carry firearm is further to the back. This just has some extra magazines, a flashlight, and a small survival kit. So the meaning behind this is if I had to ditch my pack for some reason, if I had to get away from some scenario that was going on, I would rather not do that, but size and weight, it's bigger, it's gonna go. So at least if I have this on my chest, I can ditch the pack and be reasonably good to go. I'm not going to go into detail what is in here, maybe another video. I also have pace beads. So a lot of people, military folk, make fun of people that carry them. They call them nerds for carrying pace beads. Why don't you just use rocks or tally marks? But they just work and they're easier, so why work harder? So moving down further to the pack, this is something that I added on. This is a small pack. I'm still debating if I want to keep it on there, but this has some of my orienteering and compass work stuff. So, like, writing the rain pad with a pen to make notes on and everything. I have a compass. Small chem sticks, which these are awesome. How small they are. They put off a lot of light. So I can read what I'm doing. And also, I carry PVS 14s on me. So night vision, because my mindset is everybody's going to be up during the day, so I'm going to be out at night moving if I had to use this bag. So most people can't see at night, so I'm one of the few that can. I also have a couple just main chem sticks, and that's about it. So that is the kit bag. That is this whole specific setup that I have. So moving further into the bag, this is kind of optional. I don't always carry this on me depending on the state that I'm in. Same with the pistol in here. But I carry 3 magazines of 5.56. So some people are going to be saying, holy crap, that's outrageous. Why would you do that? Because this kit primarily lives in my vehicle. That's pretty much all it does. So I like to have the capabilities. My vehicle is carrying the weight. If I had to get out on foot, I can ditch this. I don't need to have it, but it is an extra precaution that I can take. So I carry an extra 3 magazines of AR. So I also carry my AR pistol with me most of the time, depending on where I'm going. I'll get into that later, but mainly, why not if it's in a vehicle? Because you can always ditch stuff. So next, this is water purifier. So this is a Sawyer Mini. I'm not going to completely take everything out of the pack, but Sawyer Mini. So this thing is good up to 100,000 gallons, right? Who knew they made such a thing? Awesome, awesome thing. One bad thing is if it's wintertime, do not let them freeze. Because the membrane, if you use them, do not let them freeze. You can, if it's dry, it's okay, good to go. So that's why I put it in kind of a mesh bag like this. So after I'm done using it, the air can flow through it. It can dry it out. Or wintertime, keep it close to your body. Keep the body heat from freezing, because after it freezes, it will be no good. And that'll leave you in a bad spot. Next, very small firearms cleaning kit. Very small. This thing weighs, I think, about 4 ounces, 4 or 5 ounces roughly. So I can ditch that if I don't have any firearms with me. There's all kinds of stuff you can ditch. Paracord. I think there's 50 feet of this, maybe a little more. Good for shelter. Pretty much anything. I mean, you guys already know what paracord's good for. I'm not going to bore you. Water. So this is their hydro pack. So I really like these things actually, because they compress up into something really small. If you're not using it, it seals up. But when you need to, I have it really sealed down, and it'll expand more if you put air into it. But it's a good way to carry water, and it compresses really small, and you don't have to worry about it. Because water, I mean, that's kind of one of those necessary items. Next, I've been debating about this. I keep taking it out, putting it back in. But this is just one of those small titanium stoves. Kind of like a stove, I guess. You just feed it from the bottom, and then you can put coffee or water or whatever. So mainly I use this for, if I can't purify my water, you can obviously boil it. So it's titanium. This is crazy, crazy light, but ounces lead to pounds and pounds lead to pain. So often I will take it out and put it back in. I forget who makes this, unfortunately. It doesn't even have a name on it, but another capability that I like having. If you see the trend, I tend to like these bags, these mesh bags that can breathe, which can also have a negative effect if you get it completely soaking wet. Things can get soaking wet, but I keep everything in bags, so that works too. Now this is kind of like a miscellaneous bag. I have water purification tablets, I have a small fishing kit in an Altoids can that I made myself. Something that I don't see a lot of people having is a repair kit of some sort. So this could be used for anything, but mainly it addresses clothing and pack damages. So if I'm going from point A to point B, and say it's a 10-mile stretch, and my main strap on my pack breaks, that's a really bad day. And if you don't have specific items to fix that, which, okay, duct tape and zip ties, which most people carry, you might be able to make it work. But considering the weight, these like large safety pins and brass wire and just small stuff like that barely weighs anything, but yet it'll save your pack. Moving on to the other stuff, signal mirror, can opener, and a little identifier to see if I boiled my water fully. A small fire kit, just has the necessary items in it. I'm not going to go into detail what's in there because everybody has their preferences of what they like. There's something else in here too. Oh, of course, duct tape. Little small roll. I mean, who wouldn't go anywhere with duct tape? Awesome. So next, pretty much my favorite thing of all time is a whoopee, or a poncho liner, which people are pretty familiar with. I love the whoopee. Perfect. You should get one if you don't have one, honestly. Very lightweight. I'm not going to go into details of it, but it's perfect. It's starting to rain on us, too. Perfect. It's a little cold out today, 42 degrees. Next, this is kind of my goodie bag or my cheating bag, because everybody has a small bag, or should, that you can just cheat a little bit on weight just to keep you motivated. And that would be tea, coffee, and little drink mixes. Because sometimes if you filter water or boil water, unfortunately, if you take it out of a stream or something, it still tastes kind of fishy. And it's doable, but why not just add one of the small little drink mixes, and you can just pour that in a container like this. You don't have that fish taste anymore. Kind of a morale booster. And some Cliff Bars and other things. These don't last too long. I'm trying to find an alternative, but for right now, they're working for me. Just something for on the go. As you're moving, you need fuel. Next, kind of goes along with the PVS 14s, is I have a solar charger kit with AA's and AAA's in it. This is a little heavy, and some people would probably say, oh, you don't need that, but for powering my devices, so I can work at night and power during the day, it's kind of a necessary item. Next, one of these SOL Escape Vivis, so this paired with this will keep you very warm. Well, I wouldn't say very warm, but warm enough to survive in certain climate conditions, at least around here, fall, summer time frame. Next. I really like these pouches, by the way, as you can tell. So this one is kind of medical based, so it's got like blisters, dental kit, some small, aspirin and stuff like that. Of course sealed so it doesn't get wet like it is raining on me right now, which doesn't really matter because it's all sealed up. And of course a military poncho to go with the poncho liner. There's a lot of things you can do with this. You can make a shelter, just insert context here what you can do with a tarp. That'll be there for you. So another thing that I carry is one of these 24-hour ration kits. So these are sealed in Mylar, and they're meant to be stuck in a vehicle. So they're meant to fluctuate between temperatures of, 130 degrees in the summertime and really cold in the wintertime. So it keeps it from going bad or anything like that. Of course, rotate them out, but they're designed for it. So that's why I carry one of them. Really good. That's everything in the main compartment. So moving to kind of an admin based course, a knife of some sort. This is an SE4. It's a little heavy, but I prefer it. Works out really well. Small bug spray, of course. Things get really annoying. I got some batteries. And this is one thing that some people don't carry. So, it's a portable or a personal locator beacon. So, this can be used for a variety of things. So this one, yeah, I think it's the battery's good for 5 years on it. And you just flip the antenna up on it. And there's 2 buttons on the side. And this immediately transmit your location up to 24 hours where you are. So if you're in a bad situation and say there's still emergency services available and you need help right now, this is a perfect tool to have. Going on trips, going out in the woods, out in the wild, maybe doing whitewater rafting, rock climbing, anything. If you're away from civilization, get one of these. They're great. And of course, if emergency services wasn't around, I would ditch that. Small other things, small poncho, like one of the really lightweight ones that don't take up anything. Of course, TP, for obvious reasons. Contractor bags, trash bags. I'm not going to tell you all the reasons why you need to carry them, just go ahead and look it up somewhere else. Maps, where my location is, certain things highlighted and circled around my location, different routes that I can take. Extra set of glasses. Yeah, these are my BCGs from way back in basic, and they're bomb-proof, and they just work. And yes, they have the nerd strap, because, of course, if you really dive into it, there's a lot of... If you're familiar with the Miami shootout back in, what was it, the 80s or the 70s, is the main cop lost his glasses because he was in an auto accident, and unfortunately the bad guys ended up killing a lot of the cops and getting away from it. So, and he didn't have his glasses because they fell off of his face. That was just one instance that I reference why you have a nerd strap on. Another thing that I like, of course, is a titanium cup. I think Vargo makes this. Really lightweight. Of course, need some kind of cup to boil things in. And also, I have a stainless steel canteen of some kind. Why I like stainless steel instead of plastic. Obvious plastic is lighter, but you can't boil in plastic. I guess you can, I mean, technically. But and it has one of the stainless steel or a wire lanyard around it. That's personally what I put on, so you can hang it from things and have it boiling. So there's 2 ways of boiling, which is nice. So the lid, of course. And next, I got 2 more items left, which is a tourniquet, which of course makes sense, and a trauma kit. It's a little bit bulky, but if I needed to, I could ditch some of this stuff. I'm not going to go into detail about trauma kits, maybe some other time. So, this is not designed to tell you, hey, this is the best bag in the world, you need to copy me. No, that's not what I'm saying. This is just things that I've put together, I've thought about a lot. It matches my climate. And of course it's raining right now, and everything is in proper sealed bags, so it's really not that big of a deal. So don't 100% copy everything you see here. And I'm not what you would consider an expert. I'm just have a lot of thought into it. So if you like what you see, give me a like, thumbs up, or a comment.